Good afternoon, everyone. Those of you who are tuned in via radio, logged on via the internet, and watching us on your televisions. Greetings. Welcome to a wonderful Saturday afternoon whereby we can bring you some updates as it regards the situation report for the NEOC. However, before we get into the reporting, may I humbly request of all of you to join me in 1 minute of silence for all of our citizens we have lost in the diaspora as a result of the impact of COVID-19. Kindly join me for 1 minute of silence for all of our citizens from St. Kitts and Nevis who have passed as a result of the COVID-19 virus. Thank you. Today, Saturday 25th, the updates are as follows. 311 would have processed a total of 27 calls for the past 24 hours. 20 on St. Kitts and 7 on Nevis. 911, 76 calls for the past 24 hours. The St. Kitts NEOC would have processed a total of 13 calls, and the breakdown goes like this. Permission to be able to move during the time of curfew, 6. Health-related, 3. 1 call was received for someone wanting to make a donation, and 3 for general information. The EOC on Nevis would have processed a total of 19 calls. 15 of those calls were related to law enforcement. Care packages, again, were distributed by the Ministry of Community and Social Development and was supported by the NEMA District Volunteer Mechanism. I want to reach out to all my district volunteers, and in particular the district managers and assistant managers for the hard work and the good work and their commitment to supporting the various communities. I am appealing to all of you in the various communities, in the districts, and again, the districts are outlined in accordance with the constituency boundaries. So therefore, find out who those persons are in your districts. For example, we have Mr. Ron Body in District 1. And we have persons like Mr. Maurice Benjamin in District 7, Terry Morris, District 6, Mr. Boone, we know him as Zeke, District 4. In District 5, we have Mr. Douglas. In District 3, we have persons like Livingston Huggins. In District 2, we have, I'll get the name for you. That one I forget. Vesta, our District 2 manager. Right, so I will get back. Oh, Vincent Four, remind me, that's a little senior moment. That's when you're going. But Mr. Vincent Four for District 2. So it's important for you to become aware of these individuals because they are the ones who are driving the volunteer mechanism. The COVID-19 Compliance Task Force has done a tremendous job in the first week of operation. They have inspected a total of 285 businesses to ensure they are in compliance with SRO 15 of 2020. So from next week, as I told you before, and I'm speaking directly to all business owners and other institutions and enterprises, that they will be evaluating with further education. After next week, it will be strict enforcement. So I am pleading to you to comply with the regulation, otherwise you are going to be shut down, and after being shut down, you will either be taken to court or some other measures will be taken against you. So therefore, you will be losing because your business will be closed and you will have to wait for your day in court. This is serious business. We are in the business of saving lives, and you see that the Attorney General and his team, which we have to praise, are working day and night to ensure that we have these regulations, and the police are working overtime to ensure that we are safe in enforcing these regulations as well. I wish to commend for this hard work that we have seen for the first week, Mrs. Marceline Hughes, the head of the task force, and also her operations officer, who is helping her with the coordinating of this activity, Sergeant Sophia Henry. And yes, she's the wife of Superintendent Cromwell Henry. So you see the whole family is devoted to national duty. Commendable. They are doing an excellent job. The quarantine task force continues their job in enforcing the quarantine and isolation protocols. So therefore, not because I am not mentioning them doesn't mean that they're not working. They were active yesterday and they were active again today. Dr. Laws has not informed me that there are zero persons in quarantine or isolation. So therefore, please be guided accordingly. The RSS plane would have arrived on the Federation yesterday, 24th of April, and it would have left the Federation with samples for CAFA. They landed here at about 12:30 p.m. midday. I wish to acknowledge a number of persons real quickly, in that of Matron Kerry Tuckett, who has assisted with the creation of a PSA, a video that shows how to wear a mask and the proper disposal, well, how to wear it, how to take it off, and also how to dispose of the mask. We are going to continue working with the healthcare sector in providing more of those PSAs so that the general public could be educated. I also want to acknowledge Auntie May of Connery. Auntie May, thank you for the juices. 3 big heavy bottles of guava juice and other juices which are very tasty. Thank you very much from the NEOC and from the nation. I also want to highlight all the highly patriotic and highly spirited citizens and residents who have risen to the call of duty. Continue to do so. It's all of society's approach. We cannot do it alone. We cannot. Again, I want to remind persons that 311 is a health-related hotline. Again, it's a health-related hotline, and I am asking you to please understand this and use the 311 for health-related matters. Again, the numbers for the NEOC are 465-7453, 466-9626, and 466-3874. And as I am concluding, I want to thank all those persons who reached out to me and are asking me to take a day to rest. But when you are in war, there's very little time to rest. However, I was scolded yesterday by my big sister, Dr. Laws, when we finished, and she demanded that I get some rest and eat more on time. So for those who have been sharing the concerns with me, we hear you loud and clear, and I am very grateful for that. I must conclude by wishing Superintendent Cromwell Henry a hearty happy birthday, and thank you for coming out today in the spirit of duty to perform on your day. And as you can see, and the general public must be aware, that Dr. Laws worked on her birthday, Dr. Cameron Wilkinson worked on his birthday, and Superintendent, but you could soon be a doctor, don't worry. Superintendent Cromwell Henry also worked on his birthday. This is the commitment of this team. And to that, I ask in all the citizens to celebrate these honorable and distinguished gentlemen and lady. With that said, I will now hand it over to Mr. Leslie Williams so that we can get to the interesting part of the questions and answer. But before I do so, persons have been asking about donation from overseas, and there's an account that was set up by the Accountant General's office. If you look on your screen, you will see the information on your screen. So please be guided by that information. There is one for US account, and there is also one for the British pound. Please be guided accordingly. And if you want to make a check out, the check is made out to the Accountant General. Accountant General. Thank you very much. And Mr. Williams is already ready for the questions and answers.
Thank you, Mr.